Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Saturday, October 15, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Atlanta Braves vs Philadelphia Phillies. I was happy to back Philadelphia as a slight home favorite on Friday afternoon in the team's first playoff game in more than a decade. However, I am equally as happy to back the Braves in an elimination game on Saturday. They have faced plenty of challenges over the past few seasons, en route to winning the World Series last year and the NL East for the 5th straight year. Morton has a ton of playoff experience to rely on heading into this start, while Syndergaard is winless in his career against Atlanta. The Braves have too much talent and experience to lose this series in 4 games. Our team pick is Atlanta win. The Braves are averaging 3.33 runs per game through their first 3 playoff games. They averaged 4 runs per game in their last 3 road games. Even though the Phillies gave up 4.20 runs per game during the season, they are giving up 2.6 runs per game in the playoffs and will keep the Braves under their average in this game. The Phillies are averaging 4.80 runs per game in the playoffs. They averaged 6.33 runs per game in their last 3 home games. The Braves gave up 3.76 runs per game during the season, but they are giving up 5.33 runs per game in the playoffs. With the team giving up 4 runs per game in Morton's last 5 starts, the Phillies will score enough runs to push the score over the total. The Braves and Phillies played over the total in 4 of their last 5 meetings. Our total pick is over the total. Houston Astros vs Seattle Mariners. The Houston Astros are 1 win away from the Alps. Their postseason experience has been on display in the series, rallying from a deficit in both wins. Astros starter Lance McCullers Jr. is reliable in the postseason, sporting a 2.83 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP in 57.1 career playoff innings. McCullers Jr. has fielded a dazzling 2.80 ERA and a 10-3 record in his career against the Mariners. Furthermore, the Mariners have the rookie, George Kirby, on the mound. While a solid young pitcher, he lacks postseason experience. He wasn't particularly effective in his last few outings of the regular season, allowing 10 runs in his last 3 performances spanning 12.1 innings. Houston has excelled against Seattle this season, winning 14 of the 21 meetings. Also, Houston won each of their last 4 games in Seattle this season and will complete the sweep on Saturday. Our team pick is Houston Astros -115. For the first time since 2001, the Mariners are hosting a playoff game. Even though Seattle trails the series 2-0, T-Mobile Park will be rocking on Saturday afternoon. It's not as if the Mariners have been blown out in these first 2 games, they have been with the American League leaders all series long. He feels comfortable in Seattle and even more comfortable away from home. He has 70 hits in 64 away games during the regular season. The designated hitter for the Astros has been an extremely important piece to the Astros' success. In the postseason, a player has never hit more than 1 go-ahead home run in the 6th inning or later ever in history. Alvarez did it in the first 2 games of this year's postseason. Inside a raucous ballpark on Saturday, batters will be swinging for the fences. Runs will be everywhere as the Mariners try to keep their season alive and Houston tries to move on to the next round. The over is 6-2 in Houston's last 8 playoff road games. For Seattle, the over is 4-0-1 in their last 5 home games. Our total pick is over 7 runs. New York Yankees vs Cleveland Guardians. One thing is certain as the playoffs shift to Cleveland for games 3 and 4 this weekend, this Yankee lineup is not the one that was tearing up baseball through July this season. The Yankees won Game 1 despite getting just 5 hits thanks to a stellar pitching performance by Jarrett Cole and a 3-run blast by Anthony Rizzo. In Game 2, the Yankees got another blast, a 2-run homer by Giancarlo Stanton to the short porch and right in the first inning, but that would be all for the rest of the game. The Yankees had just 6 hits and were shut out over the final 9 innings as the Guardians crawled back in the game and took it in 10 innings. The Yankees now must win at least one in Cleveland if they hope to get back to the friendly confines of Yankee Stadium. The Guardians have knotted the series up at 1 game apiece and have most definitely played Guardians baseball in the series. The starting pitching has been strong in both games, particularly Shane Bieber on Friday. Bieber got the Guardians into the 6th inning after looking like he wasn't sharp in the first inning. Bieber's work allowed the Guardian to push across 2 runs, one on an aimed Rosario solo blast to center field, and then handed the game over to the Guardians' outstanding bullpen. Closer Emmanuel Clase pitched 2.1 innings, his longest outing of the season, to earn the win in extra innings. The Guardians have kept this to a small ball series thus far, and that plays to their advantage. Cleveland lost the opener because of 2 pitches, both turning into Yankee home runs and resulting in a 4-1 Yankees win. In Game 2, the Guardians' pitching staff again was up to the task in slowing down the Yankees lineup and, this time, got away with a mistake pitch resulting in a home run. McKenzie now comes to the mound and he was outstanding in his first playoff start and was outstanding in his only start against New York this season. New York's lineup has far too many outs in it and, without some key bats including LeMahieu and Carpenter, the Guardians have been able to stymie Aaron Judge and keep him in the yard. New York turns to Severino in this spot, and while his numbers have been solid, he has not gone deep into games. This is significant because the Yankees' bullpen has not been as sharp down the stretch, and Boone leaned on 4 relievers in Friday's loss. Cleveland has thrived in close game with a 32-17 record in 1-run games including the playoffs. Look for another tight, low-scoring game here, and one that the Guardians will thrive in. Take the Guardians for the win. The total has finished under in each of Cleveland's last 4 during the current postseason. Both New York and Cleveland have team ERAs of less than 2.00. Tristan McKenzie is coming off an outing last Saturday, in which the right-hander gave up no runs in 6 innings in a game Tampa Bay won 1-0 in 15 innings. The Indians have scored just 8 runs in 4 postseason games thus far. The first 2 games of this series have produced under totals with 5 runs and 6 runs scored in the 2. The total has finished under in 5 of the Yankees' last 7 on the road and in 6 of the Yankees' last 7 overall. Our total pick is under the total. Los Angeles Dodgers vs San Diego Padres. Musgrove was brilliant in pitching his team into the NL Division Series against the Mets in his last start. The problem for Musgrove and the Padres is that they aren't facing New York here. They're facing a Los Angeles team that won 111 games in the regular season. In addition, the Dodgers have rent-free space in Musgrove's head as he has yet to record a victory against them in 9 career starts. Anderson hasn't pitched in nearly 2 weeks, so he'll be well rested here, and Dave Roberts has faith in him after a solid regular season. The Dodgers still have plenty of pop in the lineup and the ability to do damage with a variety of players. That depth and ability to juggle lineups is an advantage most other teams can't, and it carries the visitors to a victory here. Our team pick is Los Angeles Dodgers. With the Los Angeles Dodgers having their backs against the wall as they are on the brink of elimination, they will have all hands on deck to pitch and limit the amount of runs scored against them. Joe Musgrove has not allowed a run in his last 3 starts, 18 innings. Musgrove is pitching to a 2.86 home ERA this season in 16 home games, while Anderson is pitching to a 2.87 road ERA in 16 games, 15 starts thus far. These lineups have looked a lot less explosive when they shifted to Petco Park instead of Dodger Stadium, and that is a critical thing to look at. All in all, go with the under to hit, as there should only be a handful of runs scored between these teams. Our total pick is under the total pick.